Welcome to Tales Ghostly, the channel that delves into the mysterious and chilling stories of the past. In this episode, we journey back to the Qing dynasty in Taiwan to uncover the haunting tale of Lin Tu's sister. Lin Tu's sister, originally known as Li Xiaonyang, was a woman from Tainan during the Qing dynasty. Her life took a tragic turn when her husband, a frequent traveler between China and Taiwan for trade, met his unfortunate demise in a shipwreck. Despite this, his significant earnings allowed Li Xiaonyang to provide for her 3 children as a widow. One day, Zhou Yan'an, a friend of her late husband, visited her. His thoughtful gestures touched her heart, leading to a swift marriage between the two. However, their union was a web of deceit masterminded by Zhou Yan'an. He had known about Li Xiaonyang's considerable wealth and schemed to exploit it. He proposed a business venture involving massive purchases of sugarcane and camphor from Taiwan to sell in Hong Kong. He manipulated her into using her savings, borrowing from lenders, and mortgaging her property. All this was in pursuit of a better life for their family. Little did Li Xiaonyang know, Zhou Yan'an vanished from Taiwan soon after their departure. Months later, she learned of his successful deals, but he had absconded with the wealth to China, where he married another woman. Li Xiaonyang's world shattered. Deceived and burdened by debt, she lost her home to creditors, and her sons fell victim to illness and starvation. In desperation, she took her daughter to the Tainan seaside and bid her a tearful farewell to the afterlife. Heartbroken, she took her own life by hanging from a tree that would come to be known as the Lin Tu tree. Locals initially discussed the tragedy, but the story faded over time. That is, until one day, a meat rice dumpling vendor encountered something inexplicable. A customer who bought dumplings vanished in the blink of an eye, leaving the vendor with money that had transformed into spirit money. Terrified, the vendor rushed back to the village, recounting his eerie experience. More witnesses emerged, sharing their sightings of a mysterious woman near the Lin Tu tree. With the growing rumors, the haunted site gained notoriety, attracting both the courageous and spiritual practitioners hoping to confront the restless spirit. During one encounter, Li Xiaonyang crossed paths with a Taoist priest. Armed with a red umbrella, the priest attempted to banish her with his spiritual powers. However, she conveyed her grievances and deep-seated resentment, explaining that her attachment to the world was too strong for her to move on. Touched by her plight, the priest took her under his wing, guiding her towards a resolution of her lingering attachment. With the priest's guidance, Li Xiaonyang and her unresolved feelings were transported to China to face her past. Arriving at Zhou Yan'an's residence, the priest knocked on the door, and Zhou Yan'an answered. The priest opened the red umbrella, releasing Li Xiaonyang's spirit. In an instant, her appearance transformed from gentle to terrifying, a ghostly figure with blood-stained, elongated nails and a chilling mark on her neck. Zhou Yan'an trembled and pleaded for mercy, but his actions had already set a sinister course. Suddenly, Zhou Yan'an's new wife and child emerged from their house, drawn by the commotion. His wife's face transformed into a mirror of Li Xiaonyang's resentment. Panicked, Zhou Yan'an grabbed a weapon and attacked Li Xiaonyang. In the chaos, the blade slipped from his grasp. When Zhou Yan'an regained his senses, he was met with a horrific scene, his family lying lifeless, their eyes wide with shock. His actions had shattered the new life he had built. And on the other side, Li Xiaonyang watched, her laughter chilling.
Zhou Yan'an, this is the debt you owed me. Now, Return my husband to me.
Overwhelmed by guilt and terror, Zhou Yanan's eyes glazed over. His hands instinctively reached for his neck, and in a fateful moment, he took his own life. With her vengeance complete, Li Xiaoyang finally found the closure she had sought, reuniting with her beloved husband's spirit. This tale of love, betrayal, and vengeful spirits reminds us that the past is never truly buried, and the ties that bind us can stretch across realms. Join my channel next time on Tales Ghostly as we uncover more captivating stories from history's shadowy corners.